Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is day 6 of 25 days of Christmas, and for this one we're actually going to take a little bit of a break from Christmas content so I can tell you guys my mostly spoiler-free review of Five Nights at Freddy's 2. So I did not actually see the first one in theaters. I just watched it on Peacock, I believe it was, when it was streaming on there at the same time that it released in theaters, just because I wasn't so into this one that I felt like I had to go to the cinema for it. However, I wanted to definitely do that with the second one since they weren't putting it on Peacock or anything, and I did have fun with that original one. I thought that the story was engaging for the most part. I wanted to see what was going on with Mike and the story of his little brother going missing when he was young. I thought that was very interesting how he kind of kept going back into his dreams to try to bring up more memories to try to figure things out. I also liked the relationship that he had with his younger sister as well. I thought that all of that was pretty interesting. The main thing that I really liked in the original was getting to see Matthew Lillard. As a big fan of Scream, I think any opportunity to see him is awesome. And I also really liked the look of Freddy and all of the gang in the original. I thought that they just looked really cool, and that is something that I liked in this one as well. I think that the new design for the like Freddy and all the other ones, I thought it was very like sleek and just interesting looking. But I did like that they had the ones that were from the original as well in there. Um, I thought that they looked very good on the big screen, so I do think that that is one big reason to go see these in the theater if you can. But I did like the story in this one as well. I liked the additional lore that we got, everything with the character of Charlotte, and you will see more of that if you check this movie out. And I will say now that I have no idea what the games are like. I've not ever gotten to play any of them, and that is just because I get very motion sick very easily, so I don't typically play video games at all, just because it's too hard for me to, which kills me because I really like horror, obviously, so getting to see some horror games at least be played by someone else, that would be fun, but I just can't do it. It just makes me too sick most of the time. But I think that the one thing that I want to kind of say that might be a little bit of a spoiler here is in regard to Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich being in this movie. Um, Obviously, I'm super into that combination because of them being in Scream together, but there was not really like a good payoff with that, unfortunately, which I would have liked to have seen, like just a scene with them together. And obviously, in that first movie, Matthew Lillard's character did die, so I don't know how they would have done it, if it would have just been like a flashback scene or something like that, but I would have liked to have seen that. And maybe in the next film we could potentially get something like that, because if not, it is totally a missed opportunity. That is definitely what I would want to see going forward. And there's definitely going to be another one after this because it ends on a cliffhanger. But overall, I did have a lot of fun with this one. I don't think that they're like amazing or anything like that, but maybe I would like them more if I had knowledge of the games and stuff. But I did have fun with it, and I would recommend going to see it if you can. So it was kind of an interesting theater experience, honestly. When I got there, I had to go to a much later showing than what I normally do. I usually go in like early afternoon, like 1 p.m. showings if I can. But today I just had too much going on, and I had to wait until like 5:30, and I was going by myself. But there were so many teenagers in the lobby, and I'm like, oh goodness, this is going to be interesting. When Annabelle first came out, I was in a theater with a lot of teenagers, like my mom and I were, and they were just very disruptive and stuff. But they actually did really good in this one. I was surprised. I just thought it was going to go terribly, but they did pretty well. And it was really funny at the end of the movie, though. like when we got out to the concession area, I was waiting to get picked up after the movie was over. And a lot of those teenagers were over in the concessions and they were just so hyped up about it. And I thought it was cute, honestly, to get to observe that because they obviously were very big fans of the games. And I think it was really funny to get to watch that because usually I go to the cinema with someone, so I have someone to talk to at the end of it. And if it's something that I'm very passionate about, I am, doing some of those same things and getting all hyped up about the movie. But I didn't have that. I didn't have anyone to talk to, and I just don't have the knowledge of the games or anything. So I just kind of got to be an observer of that. And it was just really cool to see how passionate they were about it. And I'm glad that, they got to have that experience together and stuff. I think it's pretty fun. But yeah, overall, I did have fun with this one. And I think that if you get the opportunity to check it out, you should. I think just, the animatronics alone look really good on the big screen. So if you get a chance to check it out, I would go. But let me know what you thought of Five Nights at Freddy's 2 if you have seen it. And if you haven't yet and you go, just let me know what you think of it when you are done watching it. And if you enjoyed this video, you can leave a like on it. Consider subscribing if you haven't yet for more horror content. I do post 2 new videos each week. You can follow me on Instagram to see updates on my channel as well as additional horror content. You can also follow me on Letterboxd to see what I have been watching lately and my brief thoughts on any of those movies. I want to say thank you to everyone who has been supporting my channel so far. It doesn't go unnoticed. My name is Devin. This is Carpenter Hill. Thanks for watching.